Welcome to Lockdown Lunacy!
Lockdown Lunacy! Lockdown. No, it's Lockdown Lunacy Craftsmas
Edition. Christmas edition. The 12 days of craftiness.
12 days of us coming into your home for 12 consecutive days.
1, 2, 12.
12. Well, for 12 days, you are going to love it. We are going to have so much fun together.
We're glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in, and let's start up.
Welcome back. What
day? New Year's Day. Happy New Year!
May old acquaintance be forgot.
I don't want to forget you.
I know, right? I can never understand that song.
Right?
Why don't we sing that
song? But this is not
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, dear everybody and Diane. Happy New Year to you. Woohoo!
Okay, I gotta ask you. We talked yesterday about New Year's resolutions. How are you doing with your New Year's resolution, Pastor Penny?
So far, so good.
Yay! Keep up the good job.
I know, right?
I
can make it to the end of the year. I know I can.
I have not yet started a craft, but
okay,
we're going to get crafting today. And that'll be for week 1. And I will be rocking my New Year's resolution for the first few weeks.
Rocking.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that, it adds up. If I do a craft today, that's one week. If I do a craft tomorrow, even though it's the same week, it's another week's craft, right? So if I do 52 crafts in 52 days, I'm done for the year.
No, that's not the way it worked. Your resolution was a craft a week.
Fine.
I'm here to hold you accountable, okay?
Okay, please do.
I was just thinking of something. You were saying something about rocks, and I'm thinking Newfoundland is known as the Rock, right? It's just what we're called, and I just think of that. Like we're making rocks or doing rocks, or you're rocking it. I'm rocking it on the rock.
That's cool.
Rock the rock. Knocking it on the rock. Even the Wesleyan Church in Mount Pearl is called Solid Rock.
Well, of course. What else would you call them?
Not on Newfoundland. You can't go with anything else. Gotta have something to do with rock. Well, I'm excited about today.
I am too. It's going to be a lot of
It's
fun.
going to help you get organized.
Pardon me?
It's going to help you get organized.
Yes.
In a fun way.
Looking forward to it. So let's look at the craft list, and then we will come back to the craft area.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to paint a jar that'll hold my paintbrushes, and you might have a plastic jar. It's not going to have quite the same effect, but you can still do that. But I also have these little bottles. Can you see how small they are? Aren't they cute? I have sometimes little things in my craft room that I want to keep together, but I also want to be able to put a cover on, and I want them to look matchy-matchy because, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some paint, and instead of brushing it on, we're going to pour it into the jar on the inside, because you don't pour into the outside. How foolish is that? And I'm just going to roll it around. And while I'm doing that, Pastor Peggy, tell us about your jar.
All I can think about for those little jars that you have in your hand right now is spices.
Oh.
Now, I don't know what the paint on the inside of the jar would be like when you put a spice in, so I'd probably paint on the outside of the jar for that. Right. But you know, when you go to the store and you buy those little bags, they have those little zipper seals on them. They never seal back properly, and you all have these like little open jars of little bags of spices in your cupboards. So I think those little jars would be so cute for spices. I have a mason jar. I had my daughter paint it for me. And what she did is she painted the outside red, but she used a little masking tape here to make a rectangular space. And then what she did is put glitter paint on the inside. So it's not on the outside, so she didn't have to go within the lines, but on the inside painted and then painted around with glitter paint. And then what I'm going to do is I have a little set of fairy lights here that's battery operated, and I'm going to turn them on. But in the nighttime it glitters and it sparkles, and I know Pastor Diane would love the glitter and the sparkle kind of thing, but it's just a fun way to use a jar.
You know me well. Well, I already filled a couple of jars, and see how much paint is coming out. So every once in a while, you're going to put your paint back into your container. And the paint that I'm using here actually is just regular household paint, and just continue to let them drip. And we're going to check on those various times. That's going to be the big drip where a lot of the stuff comes out, but more will come out.
I wonder if you had an old baking rack.
Something to lift them up with some dowels or pieces of wood or something like that.
There's lots of times where an old baking rack will actually, you know, if it's really old, it's probably been a little rusty or something like that, or maybe it's broken, but for that it'd be perfect.
And what I really like about this effect is the paint is on the inside, so you still have this very shiny jar, and you usually can't get a shine like this with paint. Here we are again. We're going to empty out some of the excess on this. All right, so here we are with completely dry jars, and I am taping it off to add an accent color. I'm using electrical tape because it has a good grip to it, so paint isn't going to bleed underneath it. And I decided to paint little panels on these hexagon jars. It's going to be silver, so just a little panel on every other side. So that'll be 3 of them. And tape it off really good. Press down the tape really well as well, so that you know you have a good connection there with the tape to the glass. And then we just paint the silver metallic paint on there and around the rim of the big jar, and clean up my brush a little bit. And I wanted to add a little bit of extra something, so I'm testing out different nail polishes I have. I had 3 to try. There was a teal, that one's a red, and then that one is a glow in the dark under black light. So testing the jars to see if that coat's dry, and add another coat of the silver paint, and they look good. That kind of looks like the lid of the jar anyway. And then put another coat on just to make sure it has good solid coverage. And clean out the paintbrush. And now there's that glow in the dark paint. I don't know if you saw the blue light that I had. It's actually called a black light, and it just makes that nail polish glow when it shines. There we go. So I just put a band around there, and you're not going to see that under normal light, but I know it's there, and I check it out every once in a while with my blacklight flashlight. So you can just draw whatever designs you want, or completely skip this altogether. You could use regular paint or nail polish or whatever you happen to have around. I used a paintbrush for this. I was using a stylus at the start, but it wasn't going on like I'd hoped, so changed to the paintbrush. Only thing is, remember, when you're done painting with the nail polish, get some nail polish remover and clean your brush really well. Now taking the masking tape off, electrical tape, but we used it as a mask and got nice sharp edges on the paint. The silver paint was a little thick, so I did have to scrape off a little bit here and there just to make it nice and smooth. And there we go.
I've got my lips.
You know, I'm amazed when I see that, how beautiful it is. Such a good job, Lori. And very festive.
So
too.
cute. Very festive.
Yes.
Very festive. I really like it. And I like the fact that when it's over, I can take these out and then I can pop something in it, like my paintbrushes, like that, or some little sticks that I might have, or my pipe cleaners, and I can take it, put it on the shelf, and then next year I can pour these out and I can take it out and put some more tea lights back into it. There you go. See?
Nice. Good thinking.
I think you can use these for anything you want. So
yes, it was a fun craft, and you can. It's so versatile. That's it. And you're using stuff that, you know, who keeps all the jars that they go through. You know, if you have a pickle jar and a jar of peanut butter and a jar of this and a jar of that, and it goes on and on and on, why not make use of them? And we get away from that. We're in a society where we throw everything out. And that's what I love about crafting, is we can reuse things, repurpose, and maybe cut down on waste. So that is my rant for the day.
Your rant for the day. Well, it has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to connect. Happy New Year to you, everyone. All right.
Bye.
So until next time.
Yes, we will see you tomorrow for a sparkling good time.
Sparkly.
Until then, I'm Pastor Diane.
And I'm Pastor Peggy.
Be safe.
Be healthy. And be
the church.
The church. Bye.
Bye. Well, if you like this video, hit the like button.
And make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the little bell down right here in the corner. Make sure you click on that so that you'll get notifications of all of our new videos as they're posted.
Did you know that YouTube has changed a little bit since June? That now you have to say, like, when you hit the notification, it asks you how often you want notifications. So hit the all so you will find out every time. We don't post a lot. We'll post every day for the next for this 12 days, but we're not on here all the time usually. So hit the all, you'll get a few notifications here and there, and we will love to connect with you here on YouTube. I'm Pastor Diane.
And I'm Pastor Peggy.
Be safe.
Be healthy and be
The church.
the church. Bye.
Bye. I want to make something to hold my paintbrushes because my paintbrushes are shoved in here and I'm getting more and more and there's no room. They're feeling crowded. And I understand how that feels. I don't like being crowded.